Oh yeah, another episode of the rap game, and check it. We gonna be performing with an orchestra. Did I say that right? Let's start the show, man. Let's start the show.
The destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I will love you, but won't love you like I
lights just turn down a little.
Hope you don't get famous.
Okay.
Stay home with me. Stay home with me.
Sing it, Joe.
I'm always love you. Hope you don't get famous. Hey, what's poppin', people?
Another show.
That is actually French Montana's single he's pushing off his album. Jungle Rules, Don't Get Famous. But of course, we are on the rap game. Another episode. You know your panelists are in the building, man. We about to go over Swag Symphony. Hopefully I said that right.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I'm your host, Jimmy Vibert, of course. You know what I'm saying? Twitter, Instagram, at Be Your Own Dad. Blog is always popping. BeYourOwnDad.blogspot.com. JJ laughing at me over here, but I'm vibing right now. I feel good right now.
Yeah.
But let me introduce my compadres. What's going on over here?
We compadres now. Look at him.
Actually,
okay.
after
okay.
last week's rap game episode, some people said he won the rap battle. I don't know if I felt y'all about that,
I'm
but
still
you know,
salty about that, man.
that's my man's though. You know
if I
what
agree
I'm
with
saying?
I appreciate it.
But
you
yeah,
did
go on
kill it.
ahead.
Put in some work for that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Nino. You can catch me on Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Y'all catch my website, thefifthelementmag.com, for anything fashion, lifestyle, hip hop related. I'm happy to be here once again. We about to swag it out with a symphony, I guess, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
We about to do it. What's up, everybody? It's Joshua Johnson here. You can find me all over social media at JJ the Talented. Shout out to my Uber driver Johnny, who did not do any talking on the ride here. I was so happy about that, man. You got a piece of the Uber drivers who just let you kind of ride in silence. But I was watching the episode on the way here, so.
Okay. I mean,
catching up
so
on some notes.
what'd you think of the episode?
You know what? I thought these kids did really well this episode. I
Yeah.
was really feeling the performances with the symphony, man. They surprised me. They
was-
all knocked it out the park.
I thought it was dope the fact that they can actually perform with a symphony.
Yeah.
Once again, JD using his Atlanta influence, bringing the symphony
again.
onto the show,
Yeah, man,
plugging them in
Atlanta
once again.
Symphony
He's the
was
honorary
there,
mayor
right?
of Atlanta, it seems like.
I'm telling you, let that man run for office.
He
Right.
win.
He would win.
Right, yeah,
Doing
yeah.
stuff for the community, doing stuff to, set Atlanta on the map once again. They always been on the map, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Still.
Sure. Shout out to the current mayor, by the way, doing her thing.
Matter of fact, and speaking of, I believe T.I. and Killer Mike are on her
like special community
special
panel.
community. So hip
You
hop
gotta
is
love
on
that.
the rise, man. I
You
love
gotta
that.
Keeping the
you
ear
got
to the
love
streets.
that.
Yeah.
That's like when the game and the Los Angeles mayor came together here and Snoop Dogg
I
came
remember that.
together,
For the
you know
march.
what I mean? For
That's
the
right,
march
yeah.
to try to unite everybody.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's what hip hop's all about. You know what I mean? Bringing the diversity, bringing in something different. And,
Facts, homie.
Right? And
Yeah.
this was different. You
This
know what
was
I mean? This
different.
was different, but it was so good because these kids got to learn more musicality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's, like, it's not all about
808s and
spitting over your beat.
Right.
When you have a live orchestra, it's a
Right.
completely different game.
Right.
I don't know.
Feedback.
I don't know.
feedback.
Yeah,
Interference
I don't know if,
over
I don't
the line.
know if you
What's
guys
going
hear
on?
that, but we are working it over here in the studio. But I did want to share though. Jermaine Dupri was on the Breakfast Club this past week,
How did I miss that? Like, I'm always on the Breakfast Club.
but he brought up a good point that we've been speaking about on the after show, and I'm sure other people have been reaching out to him, and it was about the skill level of the talent this season. I'm surprised that he actually spoke about it, but he said,
Oh, did he really?
He did.
I didn't make it that far in the interview. I gotta go
Okay.
back and finish that thing.
He said that he started the rap game for artist development. So,
I love that. That's perfect.
which is perfect, right? So this time around, he got artists that weren't all the way developed, which is why we can understand why their skill level is down compared to the other seasons.
And 100%, we've been saying that. Remember,
We have been, yeah.
we've been saying that from the beginning.
Street Butt is tight, Street Butt is dope, but he needs some more, artist development. We were saying the same thing about Jordan. He didn't have any artist development,
Very true.
besides his musicality and how he writes and stuff like that.
I don't think he had even been on a stage.
No, he hadn't. That's right. You're right.
No.
I mean, the most polished one, might have been
Lil Bree.
Lil Bree, and Ricky Biddy.
Ricky Biddy.
Yeah, Rapunzel too, actually. But she did in the beginning still had some things to work out.
Yeah.
But all of them needed the artist development. So I'm glad he came at that and said, "This is what this show is for."
Yeah.
It's not to say, we're gonna pick the best talent right away. You know
And
what I mean?
just display them
Right.
on
Right.
the TV.
It's like American Idol. It's like 4. You know what I mean? 4 on Fox. Shout out to that show as well too, because everyone's always fighting every single week to keep that chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so it's the same thing. They're learning, they're developing, they're hearing what the judges say, and they're being better artists. And we saw that they stepped up. They all stepped up this week.
They really did. Yeah, they stepped up this week.
Definitely did, yeah. Which, of course, it started out a little bit on the reary side. I don't even know if that's a word. Dreary. That's what I'm trying to say. B. Cox, he had to put some fire under them, which I kind of appreciated because as they were going over rehearsals, they weren't where they needed to be.
They weren't hitting it, but that's hard. This is a hard task, right?
He had a couple of words to say for sure during that rehearsal time. Shout out to the kids who were there for the rehearsal time, the ones who were playing the violin little mini orchestra.
Yep.
Yeah, that was kids who weren't there when they had the actual orchestra. But shout out to them. There was some. I think,
it was a 4-piece
teenagers.
quartet, right?
Was it 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4 or 5. It might have been
Quartet or
4 or 5.
quintet?
Yeah. Oh, it was a quintet. It was a quintet. Yeah.
Those kids were talented, keeping it going with the music. But yeah, B. Cox had some words to say for them because he wasn't happy with the performance. I was a little worried seeing that because they were messing up the words, messing up the timing. It was kind of a cipher, so they had to go one after another.
Yeah.
But they kept getting thrown off. Nobody was getting it right. All 5 of them were
I'm trying to think. There was one season where they had to do the same thing too, where it was like one track and then one had to go after another. I think that was when maybe it was last season, or with because
Was that the one with Monty and they were performing at like
it was like a huge festival
outside event? Oh, okay,
yeah,
so no.
it might have been. No, I think Prince of New York was in it, right?
So then that wasn't last. That was Monty's season. I
That was
think.
Monty's season,
Season
yeah.
before last.
So like I remember they had to do that where it was like one after another. They just had to go, and if one person messed up, somebody else would mess up.
Everybody else might.
That's
Domino
scary.
effect.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's scary, especially
a lot
like, when
riding
you're not
on
used
it.
to it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in our chat room.
Oh, yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat, guys.
What's up, chat room?
Seeing you guys
Haters.
up there. I see y'all.
On my freestyle. I'm still.
Shout out to everyone. Jasmine's in here. We got is that Winnie Hut Dimbo? Is that right? Shout out to you. We got CT in here as well. A couple other people in here. Shout out to y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. My computer's lagging a bit, so I'm trying to follow up as you guys keep on going or whatnot. But we have a little spotty Wi-Fi in this particular studio.
AFTERBUZZ Wi-Fi.
Right. So I'll definitely keep an eye out as we're talking. So I am in the live chat, y'all. What's up?
Great. So one thing about this episode that we saw, somebody who typically doesn't struggle actually started to struggle as we started to see, and that was Street Bud.
Yeah.
Street Bud.
He was going
guy.
back and forth with his manager, Corey, I believe her name is, right?
What do you think about his manager, by the way?
I like her.
I like
You like
her.
her?
Reason
I
why
like her,
she
especially this
stays
episode.
on him.
Do you think she's too hard on him?
First of all, that's her kid, so no. I don't think so, okay.
Remember what I said, and I think maybe I don't know which one of you agree with me, but remember Mama Key, how she would be hard on Lil
All right,
Key.
yeah.
But once again,
You feel like she's into that category, that space.
That was a different.
Mama Key was
Mama Key
different.
was different.
But I feel like Mama Key was from Baltimore, right? Now, those streets, they tough. So you got to be hard on, especially a young man growing up in those streets. So if you got to get it right on this time, you got to get it right.
Yeah.
Now,
At the same time,
let's switch
have
to
a little- have a
this
little
one
empathy.
here.
You know what
But
I mean?
if
Have a little-
this
it's okay
is
to cry,
something
Street
that
Bud.
you want to do, oh, you're speaking about the Korean factor of it?
I don't know.
you're
This
saying?
is sometimes,
Explain.
young black men, young boys of any ethnicity. I mean, it's always ingrained in them from the beginning not to have a sensitive side.
Right.
And I think it's important to get those emotions out in the appropriate time frame. But I just think when you kind of stifle those emotions, they get held inside of you and they come out in various ways.
True.
So I just, watching the episode and the various episodes this season, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on her. And I don't know. I just feel like
you were feeling some
should
type
allow,
of way.
I would hope that parents would allow for their kids to emote when necessary.
And this thing, though, is that we see her just, harsh on him in a sense to keep on going because she wants him to succeed. But we might not see the back end where she could be saying, you're gonna do this. It's gonna be okay. I'm here for you or whatnot. But Street Bud sometimes gets a little relaxed at times because he feel, he's like, I got this. So he's a little bit more relaxed. And a lot of the kids, he didn't want to write right away. When every other kid was like, okay, I'm gonna do my bars now. He's like, oh, I'll wait for the beat. You know what I mean? But everyone else wanted to get ahead. So, maybe we don't see it, but she has to be like that to him to make sure.
JJ, I got a bone to pick with you.
All right, what is it?
How can you feel some type of way when we saw how the episode played out? When it came to rehearsal, he didn't know his lines. He couldn't get past his second bar. So how could you feel some type of way of the manager being hard on him when we saw what he actually did? So if he did pay attention to what she was saying, he wouldn't have been stumbling.
What I'm saying is more in line with the results of the top fives. And not just this week, but in previous weeks. I'm seeing, when his result isn't favorable and he kind of, he feels bad about it, she really gets on him. I mean, you're right. It's her kid, it's just my opinion. Right. But sometimes it just seems like she really goes hard on him. And I just, just want to see what you guys thought about that.
Like when you reprimand somebody, working in management before, I remember I used to always understand that this worked the best. You tell them what's wrong, or your associate, your employee, or your talent or whatnot. You tell them what's wrong, but you hit them back with two things that they're doing right.
Something that's positive.
So you keep it going and keep it flowing. I think that's a really healthy way to do things. And we might not see her when she gives the two compliments back.
You're right.
But we only see what we see on TV.
I mean, it is reality TV, so they're going to edit
as
it
well.
But I definitely feel what you say.
Yeah.
Because it is hard. Guys most of the time are always built or are always programmed in a sense to have to be tough and just have to get over things quickly without, laying out their emotions or whatnot. But,
Which is true. Let us know, guys, in the comments what you guys think. Is Corey too hard on Street Bud? Let us know.
Jeff, can you make that chat stream a little bigger? Because ours is struggling here.
it's super struggling. It's super
Permanent
struggling.
buffer.
So, as we saw, since we're already on the topic of the rehearsals, nobody was really at their performance level. B. Cox did speak up. He said, you guys got to get this right. All while JD was there watching everything else, too.
It's hard because live music is way, way, way different.
I believe I've never been able to perform with a live. Actually, I'm lying, but it's a different game.
It's a different game because what you hear on the track. So, back in like college and theater and stuff like that, I remember I had to sing over a live band.
Yeah.
But for the past 3 weeks, I've had the track. So I feel like my timing was right when I came in, and once the track came on, I knew where to go. When the live band came 2 days before the show, because we couldn't have them, it's expensive to have a live band all the time, right?
Oh, of course. That's like 30 people, 20 people.
Exactly. Like we're starting rehearsal, and we're in it. I can't get timing. I didn't get timing till the night before show day. Like, I remember that. I remember sweating, and I remember saying, "Oh, it's just not gonna happen. I'm just gonna be off for the first 30 seconds of this song." And then I finally got into the rhythm and found the cadence, found the beat where I'm supposed to come in and stuff. And I think that's so hard to do. And I really give it big shout out to these kids because they were able to overcome it and do it. Yeah. But I would have been just like them during rehearsals, totally off my game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think, JJ?
What was the question?
We were just talking about rehearsals and the level they were at.
No, the level they were at. I mean, they definitely needed to raise the level they were at. And performing live, to your point, with a live band is definitely harder because it's not like the track. these are real humans who their timing isn't gonna be syncopated just like that.
Right.
They're gonna get off eventually somewhere. But I think these kids.
I don't know if syncopated was a word.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
I think it's the word.
It's a word.
Syncopated.
But these kids.
I'm gonna bring a dictionary and
We need
thesaurus just
for the rap game.
This battle for the rap game. Syncopated is a word.
Syncopated
y'all.
is a word.
You making him second guess himself. He's like, oh damn, did I just say that? Like,
I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think these kids really had never been in this situation where they had to rely on live music. So it was just a different way of hearing for them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, we're going to talk about it eventually, but I'm really proud about how they came through when it came time for rehearsal, for sure.
All right, yeah. As far as that, there wasn't too much. Did we go dead?
No.
No.
We're good.
I think the air conditioning.
It was like,
off.
woof. But okay.
And I'm back on live chat. I found another piece of our Wi-Fi here. One of our 4 Wi-Fi's that are out here.
Okay,
We should be good now.
We popping then.
We popping, yeah.
So let's just go on ahead and skip over to the live performance. Everyone did good. They
Brie came
out on top. They stuck with the same order that they did as they performed at the circus,
Universal
which was
Circus.
good. Was good.
And you know what? I know we'll get into this in a little bit or whatnot, but when I first saw the performance, I thought everyone did dope. I saw no flaws in, I didn't even realize Street Bud was getting too excited. I didn't hear it. I didn't notice that Little Brie or Rapunzel was off key.
Right.
Well, not off key, but off the rhythm.
Off the rhythm, yeah.
I didn't hear it at all. But when you have critics or like experts, the orchestra there, they're gonna hear it.
Yeah, especially to somebody like Jermaine Dupri, who's got 20 plus years in the game. He can definitely hear when something's not right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like how they all came out. What I did notice is that I think it was when Rapunzel was finished, she crossed in front of Ricky Biddy, which is not something you do. I don't know if she's aware of that as a performer, but you don't cross in front of the person coming out.
Right,
and they
don't
kind of had a
throw 'em
little moment where they just brushed. But Ricky didn't get thrown off though.
No, she
didn't
went
get
straight
thrown
into
off.
it.
Yeah, so she was supposed to cross behind Ricky Biddy because Ricky Biddy had the spotlight at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, that's the only thing I really noticed that was technically wrong. The first two, Lil Brie, Rapunzel, I can see where they like going back where they
You could hear it after you
where they were off just a little bit, but it wasn't enough to. I think he needed, because it all did so well. He needed to really look at the fine detail to figure out how to rank.
Because JD didn't even hear it right away. He had to hear it from the experts. So in the audience, we forgot to mention, in the audience, it was some experts and some critics from that symphony and that orchestra, right?
Yeah,
that was there. There were music experts as well who listened to this stuff all the time, and so it was different. It wasn't his regular crew. It wasn't the Brat. You know what I mean? It wasn't anybody else from that crew. It was a whole another set of ears, and it was also not an audience. It was just maybe 10 people.
Right.
Listening.
I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting a whole
I didn't
auditorium
see it.
full.
I didn't see it.
By
That's
the
what I was
way, he was describing it.
Knowing how JD is,
Like it
I was thinking it was a big performance.
I thought that was a part of a symphony performance.
Yeah.
That would have been really nerve wracking. I think. Shout out to also Tony Royster Jr., Jay-Z's drummer.
That's right.
Who kept that tight
which he
beat the whole time.
threw inside there, which is dope.
I wonder if I saw him at the tour with Justin Timberlake. Him and Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake, they came to the Rose
I remember
Bowl,
that tour, right.
2000
Yeah.
something, or not 13, 14 maybe. I saw that live, and I saw them perform
Dope.
Yeah.
with a live band there, and I was like, "That's dope," because Jay-Z had no tracks; he had the live band.
Live
Right,
music,
right.
Which
always
was really,
trumps
really dope.
Canned music for sure.
Yeah,
Live
It's
music is
crazy.
always the best
It's
way.
dope. I was in Vegas past November,
Mm-hmm.
and Jay-Z performed. I had to argue with my cousin if we should go see Future at a club or Jay-Z in concert.
Oh,
Why is that even a?
Oh man.
I
Kick him out
know,
the family.
I
Just
know.
Kick him out the
We
family.
were going back and forth for like half an hour. Anyways, it got to a point where I was like, look, I'm going to go see Jay-Z alone. If you want to come, great. If not, boom. So he ended up coming. But we saw Jay-Z
That's not even a question.
and he performed with a live thing.
Yeah.
Drummer, boom, boom, boom. And it's such a different experience,
Yeah.
man. And the drumming makes a difference because they're cohesive, like drumming knows when to stop. Jay-Z does blah blah blah, does his thing, and then he comes right right back on, and then it's like he never left, man. So it's a different experience. It was dope.
Live music, you can also do more. You can change up the the way the songs go or how they end, and because they're not tied to a track like they are doing it in the studio.
No, it's crazy. When people jam out, when you just see people jam out. Or
I love that, man. I love that.
There's a thing here in North Hollywood. I think it might be called Hit the Floor or something like that, where it's basically 2 live bands on 2 opposite parts of the room, and they're jamming together, and there's people like dancing in the middle. It's basically like I Save the Last Dance or Honey. You know what I mean?
Right,
like in
right,
NoHo
right.
for 2018. It's nuts.
Okay.
But because you're able to switch things up really quick or whatnot. And the thing is, too, I think if this was a smaller orchestra, a smaller band, it would be easier for them to follow the kids' cadence and follow them if they mess up. But because it's an orchestra and you have somebody like actually conducting the orchestra, they go with a conductor. They're not listening for the kids. They're watching the conductor. Yeah. So this is where it's also nerve-wracking if you really think about it. They have no control even if it's a live band. They just have to get with the live band. Mm-hmm. The live band doesn't have to get with them.
Yeah.
Got you.
So that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But once again, they delivered, so all good.
That's all good, man.
Maybe we should get a live band in here for our next rap battle. What do you think?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of end of the season type thing.
Yeah.
Live
Well,
band.
Watch it
obviously
just be like
we
a
can't
ukulele.
get one inside here, but
we got space for a few instruments.
what do you think we can fit inside the studio?
We shoot
JJ?
shows here that have live musicians come in. We can fit it. We got it.
Okay, then you make it happen. then,
Okay, we doing
see
that?
We'll see.
Y'all want to see that?
And this time I'm coming with bars. I'm
Y'all
telling
wanna see
y'all
that?
right now.
A live
Alright?
band with us, that's going to be a train wreck. That's waiting to happen. But
Maybe like YouTube
for the views.
live band.
For the views.
Right. I mean, so pretty much they did the performance. JD mentioned a few things here and there. Let's get down to the hit list, shall we?
All right. Yeah.
I did copy it down this time because I know last week we were slacking.
I got it.
Oh, and he's got it. Okay, so number 1, Ricky Biddy.
I thought Jordan should have been number 1.
You thought Jordan should have been number 1?
Jordan should have been number 1.
Well, Jordan
Could
did
have tied number 1. I
Great.
was thinking.
Yeah.
this week
Yeah.
much better than the weeks
Yeah.
before.
I thought Jordan should have been number 1. Ricky Biddy, I got to give it to her, though, because she's surprising me as she goes along. Remember that we always say this dark horse, so we never know who it is sometimes, that they just come up?
Yeah.
Like, she's slowly starting to, she is definitely the most improved rapper. You know what I mean? To me, in the house. Let's be
I
real.
agree. I
She-
agree.
the
You don't
most
agree, Jimmy?
improved-
I agree.
Do I want to say Ricky Biddy?
Who else would
the
be the
most
most improved
improved?
rapper? Everyone's,
Actually,
everyone else is
it'd be
pretty-
either Ricky Biddy or Jordan, I'll say.
Jordan
Jordan
was
was
strong. He's
good.
been strong
Ricky
from the
Biddy.
beginning.
Look at us. We know it.
He has not been strong. He's been
He
dropping
has
the
been
mic.
strong.
He's been
He's got it.
dropping bombs
Other
and
than
all that
but
stuff.
His lyrical content and his delivery
Yeah.
has been on point from the beginning.
Yeah.
Ricky Biddy was the one that was suspect. to
Actually,
me.
Jordan was she was suspect.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, Jordan was the one with the notepad inside rehearsal and all that stuff. So I'm just saying, most improved wise, I'm not trying to rash on him or anything of that sort. But yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
We come in here like freight trains and Jimmy like, nah.
I'm like, hold on, wait. But on this week's hit list, there was no number 5. So
Which
I
was
did
cool.
want to make sure we let everybody know that because it kind of does even out the scale in a way.
Yeah, that goes to show you that they all did really well this episode.
All of them.
Right.
All of them.
And they had Street Bud last.
Yeah.
Last.
I mean,
I get it.
yeah, you
though.
got somebody's got to be last.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be
Yeah.
last.
And I get it though. He felt super confident. I mean, in the beginning, I told you I couldn't tell that he actually had issues with his performance. So I saw the playback later on, and it's the same issues he's had since week 1, which is watch your breathing, watch your timing. Don't get overly excited because sometimes you can't bounce back from it. It just becomes a mess later on.
Yeah, you lose the
So
words.
it's episode 8 now. You know what I mean? So if he's still having that issue, while overall they did all well, I would put him at number 4 for sure.
I just had a thought, which you guys said it's episode 8 now, which means, other words, they should know what they're doing, right? That's what you're saying.
Or they should be progressing towards it.
Okay.
So if you're still making mistakes from week 1, and there's been issues
Right.
as it goes
Okay.
along.
Good point. Because the person that got number 1 this week, Ricky Biddy, she continues to stop as if I don't know what to say. I don't know, blah, blah, blah.
Did she stop though?
She's done that not
maybe in the rehearsal, but
yeah,
not in the
in the
performance.
rehearsal, but not obviously during the final performance.
Right.
But when it comes to freestyling or anything though, nobody knows that you mess up until you say ah.
Right, but remember
messed up.
when they got introduced to the live band type situation in the studio with JD, everyone went and everyone freestyled on it, and no one stopped.
That's true.
Right.
Not even her.
That.
That's right, and they all did well there too.
Yeah. Which like surprised me because I was waiting for Ricky Whitty to come on. I'm like, okay, here
But
we
yeah,
go.
let's see what she does.
No, it was good.
I'm sorry. Every time she raps, I'm like,
You get nervous. I mean, that's why I think the most improved rapper should be her.
I agree.
You know.
Yeah.
the MIP. Most
I agree.
improved. The MIR actually.
What do you guys
What
think
up,
about the tie with Lil Bree and Rapunzel?
I wouldn't know what else to put them at the moment after what they had said in the actual competition portion of this week. Like I wouldn't put them at number 2 or 1. They're dope. They still did really good, but they fell like in the middle for me. So that's the
I
middle.
feel like they've been stagnant. Like
I totally agree with
they've
this
been the
hit list.
same. Nothing's changed.
You know,
nothing-
and they're
just
really
the
good
same.
friends. Rapunzel and Little Bree. I see them interact all the time on social media. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is
That's dope.
nice to see. Like I said before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder if anybody interacts with Tally. That's
Man,
kind of random. But
I was
you
just
know what I'm
about to say
saying.
in the predictions, just to be funny, I was gonna be like, "What if Tally came back?"
I haven't looked at. Wait, is she coming back for the battle rap? No, right?
I haven't seen. They would have teased the hell out of that if she was.
What?
Because she
They
she
would've roasted.
left, right?
Huh?
Did she end up leaving?
She
She
left.
left. Didn't she leave like a couple times?
Yeah.
I'm like Tally. She left every week and came back.
I forget, yo. It's too much for me. Like
This is
I don't know
a
what-
PG show, so we're
Yeah.
gonna keep it PG.
I mean,
She
but
seems to
there's-
be doing her thing, I guess. Her
But
and her
I'm just
sister.
saying.
I mean, there's Tally there, you know what I mean? And like that
Yeah.
was, I'm pretty sure that was her beforehand. But like we said, I think she's probably there's a plan for her.
Oh,
There's so many.
sure.
I'm pretty sure there's people knocking at her door
No doubt.
because
No doubt.
like we said how commercial she looked or whatnot.
that was always Nino's favorite, man.
That was not always my
was-
favorite.
That was always Nino's
That was
favorite.
not my favorite. I said she was probably the one that would get the contracts pretty quickly. You know what I mean?
Got you.
But yeah.
It's not all about talent. So.
Then what else is it about then? I don't know why that got so funny.
That's so deep.
It's not always about talent.
So yeah, that hit list.
So
You know what I mean? Back to the hit list. I dig the hit list.
yeah, I mean this
Yeah, I
episode.
I don't even know where this guy was going. Like
I feel like this episode was really cut dry. You know, they
it was
had
straight to the point once again.
exactly. They had what they had to do. Rehearsal, performance. That's about it. We seen a little stuff about street, but
A little
struggling.
bit of drama
and
here and there. Nothing crazy.
I didn't
But you know,
really
it's
see
not
anything
like
else.
it's not like I want to see some real drama. Like
I'm waiting
give
for the
me
rap
a
battle,
reason-
man.
Right, because that's the only thing that looks like is possible drama.
Yeah. Right.
Otherwise, this season is just kind of like
Maybe it's
flatline.
because we're too grown up or something. You know.
He wants fights. Grown up?
just give me something to kind of look forward to,
He just
other
want-
than the rap battle.
He just wants
right.
some yeah, he just wants something juicy. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Just to give him a little bit of that ratchet TV that we like to watch. You know what I mean? Because it's TV.
flat.
It's
It's flat.
TV, I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the kids love to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was a kid. You know what was popping back then?
What was it?
Back in my day, Flavor of Flav. Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, Flavor of Love.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Flavor of Love, best show ever made.
Ever made.
right, Jeff.
Pumpkins
What is
in New
a-
York, dude, when Pumpkins
No,
spit out
oh,
New York.
exactly. When that happened,
that's right, New York.
that would have broke the internet if Twitter and Instagram was popping back in the day.
Twitter was. I remember tweeting about New York back then.
Yeah,
Like Twitter
Man.
was. I remember tweeting about her. Was she ever at AfterBuzz? I just want to meet Tiffany.
Oh,
I just want to meet her. Just
She-
to be around her
she
presence.
claims herself as a queen of reality TV. She said,
That's
if
Right
it
now,
wasn't
or
for
then?"
me, none of this reality TV stuff would have never happened. And in a way,
Oh.
she's kind of... Because reality
Reality
TV,
TV has been around
it started to pop off,
way-
but it didn't get crazy and ratchet until Flavor of Love.
Is it so? Maybe like like
It
Love
was
and
crazy
Hip
and
Hop.
ratchet with like Real World though.
But Real World was like yeah. Remember when that girl slapped that, or that guy slapped that girl in
yeah,
Seattle?
it was
like the slap heard around the world.
Right? It was
Remember
crazy.
that?
But I know what you're saying, Jimmy. There was a certain level that it kind of took off on.
That it
It
kind of
escalated.
went to a whole nother level.
Well, I think it opened up doors for like other, guilty pleasure type of TV shows that we like to watch, like Love and Hip Hop.
I mean, remember Real Housewives of OC was, popped off like a lot of seasons ago.
The Hills, y'all. Lauren Conrad was still my favorite back then.
Yeah, I didn't.
But the rap game is for the kids. Anyways.
Yeah, we're going off. We just showing our age, y'all. Okay.
Right, exactly. Next week, though, we see Kiki's about to come through.
Kiki Palmer.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the gag.
And
Akila herself.
I thought, I thought that's the one of the few perfect people to come on the show, because one, she's been in the entertainment industry since she was young.
Long time.
Her audience is mainly kids, matter of fact, and I think she'll be able to connect with the kids most. I feel like anybody else besides like I don't know, a Bow Wow or
I dig her because she's
Romeo or
forever
something.
recreating herself and
All the
trying to figure out what's the best way, which is why she's still here and people still know who she is. You know what I mean? You don't have to be the #1 biggest star out there all the time to be relevant. The thing is, she goes where the opportunity is. She's smart about her business, and she's talented. We all know she's talented.
And I think she does what she likes.
Yeah, and I dig that about her. I think it's really cool. She has like some stuff on YouTube which is hilarious. I think
she's gonna
where
do
it's
her.
like her own reality show in a sense, but it's like a scripted one. But she's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've seen her in a whole bunch of other things or whatnot, and like she's a good a good picture of what persistency looks like. You know what I mean? And being staying relevant throughout when you came on as Akila in the beat.
Yeah.
You know?
Her career, right? Exactly.
So shout out to her, and hopefully all the other kids on the rap game, will start popping off here and there, and one day we'll see them. Remember, like, oh my God, we talked about you in season 1.
That's right, man.
know?
Yeah, I'm excited. I enjoy it. I still follow many of them, but a few of my favorite are like Monty. You know what I'm saying? And I like watching him. Going through he's growing up in front of the camera, of course.
Yeah,
Instagram.
you know what? I think Nova signed
it's
to
dope.
Atlantic Records.
Ooh,
Did he really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Nova.
remember we what's that little dude's name?
Bosco?
No, the other dude that
Nico?
from season 1. The youngest cat from season 1. He looked like
Season one?
He looked like a little baby. He looked like a little
Man, you
baby.
taking it back. Season 1. Somebody in the chat, let us
from
know.
San Diego.
that
No,
was
not
Nico.
from San Diego.
No,
He had cornrows.
From Boston.
Poopy.
Brockton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poopy. Yeah.
Like,
He
you see
signed
him
too.
growing though. You see him
Yeah.
like he's Lil Poopy's looking.
He
different.
signed
He's got a
some
swag
major
going.
record
Yeah,
labels as
yeah,
well too. And
yeah.
I think it might be Atlantic as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Atlantic's picking up a lot of. I mean, they signed Bad Baddie. They signed Catch Me Outside Girl too.
Stop
They're
it.
picking up. Yeah, they signed.
Stop
her.
it.
They signed her. Low key, as much.
Don't say it. I know what you're about to say.
I don't.
It was not popping.
I don't like her.
It was not popping.
Dude, she has this one track. I don't know if it was ghostwritten,
Mm-hmm.
but it was about her selling pills when she was younger to get money. Her mom in a domestic abusive relationship and all this other stuff. Who's that?
I'm
Is
sorry
that
to
Lil
cut you
Poopy?
off.
No!
Shout
stop
out
it.
Lil
That's
Poopy.
That was before
That-
the rap
that
game.
was
That was
the
before
viral
the rap
video.
game.
That was before
That
the
went
rap game.
viral. He was slapping some girl's booty with like money
In
in,
the
his
strip
hand.
club.
This is the viral video that he was
Shout out
in.
to the 508. What's up, Brockton? We out here,
Okay,
man.
shout out to Jeff for really pulling up these images
know,
though.
man.
Yeah, Lil Poopy,
Jeff
man.
is on it.
That's too
Yeah.
funny. That lost my train of thought.
We were talking about
Bad Baddie.
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
I'm not condoning anything that she does, anything she talks about, but she signed to Atlantic, and I think they're really helping her out and really trying to hold her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do the right thing in a sense or whatnot. Because that track that came out, I was like, who wrote this? I don't think you wrote this, but it was definitely her life. So you just never know how an artist could evolve or where it can go if you have the right people behind you.
I mean, well, look, like we said this before, as Jeff is about to bring up her image here. Right now, it's a popularity contest.
Oh, definitely.
And it's like once you can
You got
build
caught on your
that
name.
audience. Jeff, out of all pictures, God damn it, she's like 14.
I can't even look at that, man.
Come on,
it's against
son.
the law to look at
She's
that.
14, which is crazy.
Come on, son.
Somebody-
But yeah,
somebody
it's
help
like
her.
once you get that audience behind you, you know, you have the potential to sign with Atlantic Records, and I'm sure what they're thinking of is not right now. They're thinking 3, 4, 5 years, what she can become as long as they start to mold her.
And that's the artist development that I think JD is looking at as well, obviously. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing too with a lot of up and coming acts is she's got eyeballs. She was ingrained in pop culture because of the Dr. Phil show. So I think labels, companies are out also to capitalize on the fact that you're drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah.
So regardless of what it is that you do, if you get eyeballs, that can be monetized.
Yeah, exactly.
So and you don't have to have a talent.
Yeah.
You know, you just
And that's the unfortunate.
if people want to look at you, they're gonna monetize it somehow.
Right. If you guys want to check out this video or the song, I believe it's called
really
Mama Don't
about
Worry.
really about to promo
No, for
her
real. You,
on the rap game.
You have to look at this because like we said, like we judge so quickly, but when somebody does something that could be right, we just, you know what I mean?
True.
You're X'd out. We don't even want to see it or whatnot.
Right.
But if you watch this video and you think about her, you wouldn't even think about that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So check it out. Tell me what you guys think and your thoughts and you know, next week or whatnot about the video, and you see if this is a side of Bad Baddie that you want to continue seeing versus her ratchet 14-year-old self doing other stuff that she's not supposed to be doing.
I remember when I saw her in Kodak Black's video,
SMH.
which to some real hip hop news, Kodak Black went to jail once again, and he probably won't be out for until he's like 40
Everyone that's
something,
saying
so.
free Kodak is gonna be a
Sac
while.
passer to all my Zoes, man, you know. Kodak, man. But yeah, so guys, what are you guys interested and excited for as far as the rest of the season?
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
There it is. There it is.
I'm excited for Kiki, like y'all said. I'm
Kiki,
excited to see
yeah.
her. I'm obviously excited for the rap battle, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
I liked how they previewed next episode. Like, first of all, Benny Boom. If you guys don't know who he
Benny
is,
Boom.
he will go down as one of the best directors of our time. Directed Belly, a whole lot of different music videos, of course. But yeah, he's stopping by to actually direct them a video, which is dope. So we can actually see them in that element there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so dope. Remember, like Dave Myers back in the day from what was it? From MTV's Making the Video. Like all those cats. Like Dave Myers was the one who did all of Missy Elliott's videos, I think, back in the day. He was that cat. Yeah, I mean, there was a whole bunch of them. Yeah, I mean that was doing it. Director of X is a good one right now too.
There was who was the guy back with like the Jay-Z videos?
I forgot, but whoever's doing
Might
Jay-Z
be
stuff,
Benny
Benny
Boom,
stuff
bro.
now.
No,
It
was
might be Benny Boom.
I forget his name.
Have you guys seen Jay-Z stuff now for his
444?
visual? Yeah.
Ooh.
It's oh my god,
Levels.
it's so good.
Levels.
Like,
Levels.
there's
I'm
levels
trying
to
to
these
tell
things.
you, yes.
He's putting out
What you
mini
got there,
movies.
Jeff? What you,
Really?
oh, Missy Elliott.
There you go.
Mm.
Hey,
Yeah,
get it, Missy.
classic there. But yeah, Jay-Z's visuals for his 444.
album?
Once again, it's on some grown man status.
It's so good.
And,
It's like mini movies.
and yeah, it's especially family. That's dope. And
I want to check it out.
if
Was it
you
Revenge, the other one that's really dope.
that's another one. Yeah, because I mean, you know, that's Hov.
Yeah.
Right there. You know what I'm saying? So you
Is it
get
on
the best of
Tidal?
the best.
Is it on Tidal?
Yes, it's on Tidal.
Yeah, I can't.
Are you on Apple Music?
I don't have a password.
It's on his Vivo too now.
It's on Vivo too.
Vivo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed what they do is drop it on Tidal for like 48 hours first. You know, make everybody go there. Then they're like, okay,
Right.
we can.
Because they got to make the money
go
on
to
Tidal.
everybody.
And then
Exactly.
they can make the money everywhere.
Who has a title?
Bring
password?
them to you. That's
Apple
not the.
Music.
That's not the point of conversation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I'm an Apple Music type of dude. You know what
Listen, man, I am a
Spotify, but
Netflix.
we're not getting paid for this.
I need someone's passcode because mine just got canceled.
I mean? This
Anybody
guy,
got Netflix
it's
out
only
there?
$10, Jimmy.
I'll take
It's
Hulu.
only $9.99.
Hey, times is rough.
Times are rough. It's cool. Monique wants you to not be on there anyway. So that's a whole other conversation, Monique.
Oh, another conversation.
I'll take your 500K from you, girl.
Right, exactly.
See Michael Blackson's response to that.
There's so many
Hilarious.
responses.
First of all, black people want to hook up, okay? I was just
Kev
I
on
was just
stage said
laughing.
the same thing
Kev on
too,
stage.
from All
It's
Deaf.
true though.
It's hilarious.
It's so true that it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But y'all pay for your music, y'all.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
piracy is not the way to go, y'all.
That. I remember back in the day when we used to steal music though, like,
Right.
all the time.
What-
Like,
Don't let Napster come back.
What was
for
the
you.
file? No, wasn't even Napster. It was
FileZilla.
no, wasn't even FileZilla.
Morpheus.
What is it?
Kazaa.
Kazaa.
No,
I was on
it was
Kazaa.
green.
Morpheus.
LimeWire. Yes.
LimeWire.
That would stay open on my computer 24/7.
I remember
Wow.
when that lawsuit came out, and I was like, "Ooh, stop sharing, stop sharing." Like,
Y'all,
I'm like 10.
Youngins out there don't know,
They don't know
No, they don't
about that game, man. Yeah, nah, man, we different over here. You know what I'm saying?
They
They
upload
probably,
it on YouTube.
They probably always pay for
keep it on
music, I
Keep
guess,
Vid,
now.
and you know,
Right.
no, they don't.
YouTube, keep vid,
Yeah, exactly.
MP3.
MP3, you
we
know
on the
what I
same
mean?
page.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I'm talking
sometimes.
about. But shit, guys, I feel like that's been our
it.
episode there.
That's it.
You know what it is. Another recap of the rap game. I'm your boy Jimmy V. It's a great day for me. My online store just opened up. I'm gonna use this time to promo. Building My Empire hats are officially out there. Make sure y'all go to my Instagram. Go click that link in the bio if you want to support your boy, so we can build together. You feel me? Twitter, Instagram at Be Your Own Dad.
Okay, building my own
Okay.
empire. My dad.
Did you bring any for us?
Yeah.
You know, I got some in the car. Hey, I take Venmo, Cash Pay.
Really?
I gotta pay bills out
There
here.
you go.
LA's
I bet
tough.
You
I
got to
bet
pay for that Netflix
I
subscription.
got you. You need to get the Netflix back up. Hey, y'all, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hit me up. Check out my website, thefifthelementmag.com, for all your latest on fashion, hip-hop, lifestyle. And watch out for my new talk show coming to Roku, Apple TV, and Fire Stick.
Yeah, look out
The
for that.
Conflicts, y'all. March 2018.
Look out for that. Hey, somebody out there, lend me $10 so I can give it to Jimmy to get a hat. So he can get his Netflix back. Guys,
PayPal,
find me, all
Venmo, Cash
over,
App.
find me all over social media at JJ the Talented. Yeah, and Venmo me. I'll give you my my little screen name. So
There you go.
give Jimmy $10.
There you go. In the
Until
comments, y'all.
next week, y'all. We'll see you.
Peace.
This is y'all.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.